Students who perished in a fire tragedy were today among hundreds of mourners who convened at the Gilgil Stadium for a joint memorial service to honor the deceased girls. Speaker after speaker at the ceremony described the tragedy linked to the actions of fellow students as both heartbreaking and deeply disturbing. A tragedy that had inflicted immeasurable pain on families, the school community, and the nation at large. And as Citizen TV's Ben Kirui reports, families have started making funeral arrangements after the government formally released the bodies of the deceased students for burial.
One casket after another was lifted from a convoy of 15 hearses and laid before mourners. A solemn procession that cast grief over the hundreds of mourners, families, classmates, schoolmates, and members of the public struggled to contain their tears as they mourned the young girls who lost their lives in the devastating school fire. For the bereaved families, the memorial service reopened painful wounds still raw from the tragedy, wounds that will take years to heal. For Dennis Nyakeri, father of the late young 15-year-old Cheryl Ondari, the pain appeared to have frozen him in place. He was seemingly unable to move away from the casket. No amount of words could take away the pain that only a parent could comprehend. Tears flowed freely among mourners, including leaders led by First Lady Rachel Ruto, as students from Utumishi Girls High School delivered an emotional song paying tribute to their fallen schoolmates. Many of those performing were survivors of the blaze, their grief etched across their faces as they remembered friends whose lives were cut short.
As students, we have lost more than classmates, we have lost sisters, we have lost friends, study partners, teammates, and companions who shared our dreams, our laughter, and our hopes for the future.
Parents of the victims recounted the painful journey they have endured since the tragedy.
Let us create time for our children.
Also honored was Zuhura Rama, who was laid to rest last week, and Faith Koskei, Utumishi Girls, a parent who died in a tragic accident.
Kenya mourns with you, weeps with you, and Kenya stands with you.
Myself, I'm to blame. I started the school, and this is why this thing happened. The BUM of the school was also to blame. Why? They never complained that they had been given excess students who they could not comfortably accommodate and even have their facilities.
There is no greater sorrow than the loss of a child, and no words can fully ease such an outbreak. Yet we pray that the love, compassion, and support of this community may provide comfort and strength in the days ahead.
They called for accountability and renewed efforts to ensure such a catastrophe does not happen again.
Perhaps the time has come for a serious national conversation involving parents, teachers, religious leaders, policymakers, and young people themselves. We must ask difficult questions about discipline.
Any perpetrators of such acts, and such has happened in this case, where 9 learners were involved in this unfortunate act of arson, legal and criminal proceedings and action will be taken against them, and they'll face the full face of the law.
This has been a heavy day marked by profound grief and sorrow. Another difficult chapter for the families now begins as the government releases the bodies of their loved ones to their respective families for burials and final rites. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Gilgil, Nakuru County.
And tonight...